One second. That's more like it, baby. The Leafs win. I have to put the jersey on because they won. The Leafs win tonight against Detroit at home. And we're going to get right down to it. And by the way, because it won't be next game, won't be till Tuesday. Happy Halloween, everybody. Hope you have a good time, whether you're going to parties or you're going up for trick or treating. Everyone have a good time. So tonight, it's original six matchup between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Detroit Red Wings. Peter Mrazek is back against one of his former teams, the Detroit Red Wings, coming off injury, giving Jack Campbell a night off. I feel like that was a good thing. I feel like Jack's been playing a lot, so it's good to give him a night off. Right away, the Leafs had an early jump, and it was nice. It's nice to know when they do that. I feel like we got treated tonight as Leaf fans, seeing them have that early jump, that early kind of poise that they're going to come out, they're going to play. You could tell their skates were going early, and it was good to see that. And not much really happened in the first period, but with 14 seconds remaining, Jake Muzzin put the Leafs up 1-0. And that was good. The Leafs got the first goal of the game. They played a lot better. The shots were 14-10 Leafs. They got a late goal, and they went to the second period with a 1-0 lead. Second period started. The Leafs had a really good forecheck early on. You think at one point it almost seemed like the Leafs were on a power play. Just a lot of good passes, a lot of good forecheck, a lot of good opportunities really early on in the second. Again, the Leafs were heavy on the gas pedal tonight with their skating and their passing. Yeah, things seemed very like natural, very on pace. Like they weren't behind plays. Leafs played really well tonight, I think. But shortly into the period, John Tavares took a penalty, and Detroit capitalized on it. Detroit did this a lot tonight, where they were behind in the game and then got right back in it, which is not what we're used to seeing from Detroit. So it's going to be fun to watch Detroit games going forward. They're not the team they used to be. They're a little bit more talented and a lot more skilled, and they're going to put up a bigger fight now. But Philip Zadina scored on the power play and ties it up 1-1. That was their first power play of the game. There was a lot of good back and forth again from each team. The Leafs got a late power play off a slash. And for the first time in about 6 games, I think they said on the broadcast it's been 6 games, the power play scores, but it's not from the first unit. It's from the unit the only unit that's looked threatening. That second unit of Spezza and Bunting. Michael Bunting scores for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and the Leafs head up 2-1 in the third period. That's the second time the Leafs scored late in this game. Another late period goal. That's twice in the game that they scored within the last 20 or 30 seconds of the period. The Leafs really dominated this period. The shots were 16-8 in the second period. Just an overall really good period, except for that penalty where they got scored on. It was a pretty good power play, a pretty good second period for the Leafs. I think that they played well. They outshot their opponent. We'll go to the third period. The Leafs decided to do something opposite in this game. Instead of scoring in the last minute, they got one in the first minute. Morgan Rielly makes an amazing play on the trying to dive to get a puck out, and doing that gets it to Alexander Kerfoot, who threads an amazing pass over to John Tavares, and the Leafs were up 3-1 early in the second. It was a great goal by John Tavares. John Tavares having a great game, getting 3 points early on in the game. So that was good to see that John Tavares was really contributing tonight. It looks like that goal was well needed, because just as the announcer is announcing the goal, Detroit's own Joey Veleno got a great shot early in, put it in within one, they made it 3-2, and it was kind of scary because you're thinking the Leafs just scored, and within like 1 minute, Detroit's got it back within. On Peter Mrazek, I think he played a good game, but playing for the Leafs, we're going to need a little bit better than that. Just it would have been nice to see him make one of those key saves in the third period. Maybe not all of them. I know it's not always a goalie's fault, but just to see him grab one of those would have been a huge, just to keep one goal off the board in this third period. I would have felt a little bit more comfortable. But overall, Peter Mrazek played great. Joey Veleno then got some confidence and drew a penalty shortly after his goal, giving them a chance to tie it. The Leafs then get another chance. They kill it off, and then after a few close chances, I made a mistake. Kerfoot got the second goal from Tavares, but then they traded, and this is when Morgan Rielly got the assist. That's my apologies. Morgan Rielly, this is the one where he dives, gets it to Kerfoot to Tavares, and the Leafs score, makes it 4-2. So a trade-off from Kerfoot and Tavares. My apologies. And yet Tavares had, excuse me, that's his third assist of the game. But again, within a few minutes, Detroit scores to make it within one, and it was 4-3. Again, it was just kind of like, wow, like Vladimir Nemestikov scored, and it was just kind of like, wow, the Leafs just really need to get out ahead of here. And I didn't know really what to say. Just would have been nice to see Mrazek make a big save there. Would have been nice to see Mrazek kind of gather it together. There was a review right after the play went in. Apparently they thought Morgan Rielly got a high stick on a Detroit Red Wing, and they almost had a 2-minute power play, but they reviewed it and it went the Leafs' way. The Leafs kind of got lucky there. But just within a few minutes left to go in the period, behind the Detroit's net, Mitch Marner intercepts a play off of Thomas Greiss, and he scored. Mitch Marner finally on the board with his first goal of the season. The Leafs made it 5-3. But again, within 30 seconds left of this game, exactly at the 30-second mark, Detroit scored again. So this period was kind of trading back and forth, but again, it just would have been nice to see Peter Mrazek kind of gather one of those saves. I'm not saying he has to make every save in the game, but just taking away one key chance, one key opportunity that Detroit had in this game would have been nice to kind of let us have one there. But it's 5-4, but luckily at least got a 12-second power play with 12 seconds left to go. Detroit takes a penalty, but somehow Detroit gets a good chance, but the Leafs come away with a win. I wrote in my notes, phew, even though Detroit was on the penalty kill, they were able to win the faceoff and get it down and get a good shot. But Mrazek actually makes a big save. The shots were 38-30 for the Leafs. The big players that I noticed in the game, John Tavares, man, he's been so invincible every night, but tonight he wasn't. Tonight, John Tavares, this guy right here, number 91, he was incredible tonight. John Tavares played exceptional tonight, got 3 points. Mitch Marner looked good. Matthews is struggling, but you could tell that Matthews was going to find it. You could tell he's just kind of in a slump right now, coming off an injury. I also thought Michael Bunting looked good. Jason Spezza continues to be one of the best Leafs out there every given night, just constant with the effort he shows. I really think Jason Spezza is such a great pickup for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's such a breath of fresh air when he's out there, even at 38 years old. Like, even as old as he is, he's just killing it every night. I'm so glad that the Leafs have him. Things I'd like to see better, like I said, it'd have been nice if Peter Mrazek would have made one of those saves. Again, like I said, I'm not asking him to make every save in the game, but if he would have just get one of those big goals from going in, I would have really liked to seen that. Our next game is Tuesday night against the Vegas Golden, who are rumored to be in a trade with Jack Eichel, but thankfully he's injured, so he can't play. If you're worried about that, so the Leafs will see us. We'll see them. They've won 2 in a row now, and their next game is against the Vegas Golden Knights. This is Lane Dashko. This is Post Fans Reaction. Go Leafs, go! 2 in a row, baby. We'll see ya on Tuesday night.